Hello, everybody. James here from ItsMuchMore, and thanks for stopping by. Let me check my mic. It's on. Yes, it's on. So we are back for another Evercade Fans Group non-official live stream. So we've got loads of guests here with us tonight, and we also got Roger from the admin team as well. Let me just move that down. There we are, so you can not have a glare on my eyes. So hopefully you can hear me because I can't hear anything, but all is good. So there's 16 of you watching live. Thank you very much. Loads of comments I'm going to get through as well. Got a couple of private messages for me as well, personally. So apologies for the all the intros and everything that I had at the start. Just testing some things with this StreamYard. I've not purchased it, so I'm just trying to see what it can do. So right. So without any further ado, I'll tell you the guests that we've got. We've got Danester, we've got Crazy Burger, Big Game Hour, and UK Kraut Gaming, and we've also got Roger from the Facebook group itself. So let's just get rid of this banner along the bottom because it's not starting soon, it's starting now. So let's change that one. It's just not as smooth as my last performances, but it doesn't matter. So here we go, let's bring the guests in, so hopefully you can hear them, and then we'll get some of the private questions and all those sort of things out the way. So first up we have Danester. Danester's here.
Good evening. Thanks for having us on, James.
There he is. No problem, mate. No problem. I'm glad that you've recovered from the that match that you was doing, that challenge thing. It's all recovered from that, I see.
Yeah, that was quite tiring, to be fair. That's the most amount of streams I've done in one go. Like, yeah, it takes it out of you doing it each night for sure.
Yeah, that's why I do mine once a month. So yeah, all good. Right, we're going to invite now Crazy Burger. So he's going to come into the stream right now. There he is.
Everybody. How you doing, James?
Cool.
Thanks for having us on.
No problem, mate. Glad to have you here. You've got an awesome YouTube channel there as well, so it's great to have you on board.
Thanks, mate.
No problem. Next, we're going to invite Big Game Hour, another regular.
Cheers,
there he is.
Who invited you?
Yeah, who let me on? Don't ask me any questions.
Well, you've already you've had your nice Evercade video that's just gone up live about your impressions and review. That's really good insight into that. So if you haven't done that, I've put or if you haven't checked that out, anybody, I've put details on that in the description below. And all of the channels that are in this live stream tonight, all their details and channels will be in the description below for everyone to check out afterwards or during or whenever you like. So cool. And lastly, from the special guest is the resident special guest. We have Andy from UK Kraut Gaming.
Hello, everybody.
There he is. Hey.
Hey, James, you right?
I'm very good. And great to see you. Look at that array of sunshine, all nice there in yellow. Lovely. Beautiful. Right. And
don't speak me.
and now we have also Roger from the Facebook group as well. So he is there.
Right, James. Right, chaps.
I'm very... Hello.
Hello, Roger.
Who said that? Oh, Andy. Hello, Andy.
Hello.
Oh,
So
what's
great
your
to have
video?
everybody. Great to have everybody here. That's awesome. So right, without further ado, then we'll Roger, if you want to do some of your introductions and talk about the actual Facebook group in itself, what's happening at the moment, what's coming up, and what milestones you're almost achieving as well on the group.
Yeah, we're I believe we're at nearly 920 people at the moment, which is really good. That's with all your help in promoting the groups. Because when I started it, was it nearly a year ago now, James? Probably just a little bit less than that. We were struggling to even have 20 people in the group.
Yes, the early stages. Yeah, it was
And then we had the boom of the first live chat show, and it's just kept going strong.
It has. And all the great work that you guys do there as well.
Oh, well, it's all these chaps here trying to make sure the content's on there for them. With you, John. Every time I put a video up, you put another one up 5 seconds later. I'm like, what's going on? I think I should put that one up.
I spent all last weekend making lots of videos, and I usually just have them lined up to churn them out. I mean, I don't have time during the week to actually do it, but I sort of made. I've still got loads to do, but I had no time to actually put the video together yet today and yesterday. So But yeah,
I think it was YouTube Tuesday or something last week. It was like, and you just kept rattling them off. I was like, here we go. There's another one. It's brilliant. And that advert, I wish we could show all the audience. God.
Oh, that would be. No, please do. It's funny.
I showed my kids, and they were like, "No way!"
Well, the little teaser.
Yeah. Apologies to everybody.
That's cool.
That was brilliant. I loved it.
That was awesome.
Couldn't help myself.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool. Right. Yes. So, Roger, yeah, great stuff. And so the Fanzine magazine is out also as well, isn't it? Number 2.
Yep, that's free for everybody to download. I think you'll probably put the link up for that, James, won't you?
Yep. The everything for that is in the description below. Like I say, it's basically a magazine that is awesomely made, and it showcases everything Evercade. And I think there's in this episode, does it mention about Doom in there as well? That it could happen.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're a fan of Doom, then check that out as well, because I mean, how awesome would that be to have Doom on the Evercade?
Well, it might come to it eventually.
It's on
Indeed.
everything
Been on
else.
everything else.
Yep.
It has.
The only thing that isn't.
That. Right, so before we get onto the comments, we'll talk to each of the panel members, and then we'll get on to all your comments. So let's start off with Danester then. So if you want to do a little introduction about yourself and your experiences with the Evercade first off, please, that'd be great.
I'm not going to do an introduction of myself because I hate doing that sort of stuff. But the Evercade, I'll be honest, right? I was not interested in the Evercade at all. Anyone who knows me knows I do a little bit of buying and selling, and I actually got an Evercade bundle just before Christmas, round the corner from Retro Bear, which I like to remind him all the time. And I went and picked it up, and for the price I paid, I got 9 games and the Evercade, and I was intending to flip it and sell it. And it wasn't until I got home and I was looking through some of the games, because I knew nothing about the Evercade whatsoever. I'd shown no interest. And I saw Tanglewood and Xeno Crisis. I do have Xeno Crisis on the Mega Drive, but I couldn't get hold of Tanglewood. It's a ridiculous price. So that interests me. And then I was looking at the Oliver Twins collection, and it was Super Robin Hood that interests me, because I remember that from my Amstrad days. And it's the Pico collection, I believe, that Switchblade's on. That interests me again from my Amstrad days, not gays. Really interested me because I used to love playing that game, and I've not played it because I've got no room for an Amstrad set up in my game room. So I thought, you know what, I'll have a few goes of this and then I'll probably move it on. And then the more I played it, I thought, you know what, for what I've paid for it, I'm not going to get this bundle again for that price. I'm going to keep it. And obviously since then, I've got the full set of games we've got released at the moment. So it's something that would have probably been more use to me a couple of years ago when I used to work my night job as well, because I used to take my Switch in and play, and I'd play it a lot more. But at the moment, if I want to sit downstairs and be a bit more social than in my games room, I can still play games and pretend I'm being social with people. But literally, for someone who had no interest in it, to go into having a full set, that's kind of my story with the Evercade. And I'm looking forward to what they can do with it. The system interests me as a whole, what they can do with it, like going forward.
Awesome. I mean, was there any, apart from not being interested at first, I mean, did you hear any bad information about it that kind of thought, no, I'm not getting that, it's just an emulation device, anything like that?
Do you want to know why I didn't get it? Purely because of the makers, Blaze. Because, as I say, because I buy and sell stuff, you come in contact with all Blaze's previous incarnations of the handheld and the Mega Drive clones of that, and they were poor. They were poor, and it was because they were making. I just thought it was going to be cheap and crap. And once you get one in your hand, it's far from cheap and crap. If you know what I mean. It's a big compliment to play for it, because literally everything else Blaze has touched before this has not been good, and this is very, very good. Is the only way I could say it.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's really good, and thanks for that as well. It is good to hear somebody that, I mean, like other people, I think the Retro Bear as well had some reserves about it at first, but it's nice. It's nice to see somebody that's. I mean, I'm not no ambassador to the Evercade or Blaze or anything like that at all, but it is, it's nice to hear that sort of story. So yeah, thanks for that, Danester. Great stuff.
No worries.
Right, we're going to move next on to Crazy Burger. So just give me a moment. Here we are, Crazy Burger. How you doing, fella? If you want to
I'm all right.
do a little introduction about, cool. If you want to do a little introduction about yourself, if nobody here is aware of you or your channel and stuff like that, and just let everybody know your first impressions of the Evercade as well, that'd be great.
Sure. So Crazy Burger it's not really a retro gaming channel as such. I mean, our channel was built mostly on going to trampoline parks and inflatable parks, having a bit of fun, doing a bit of laugh, and I only really done a bit of retro gaming as a side hobby, just because I like playing retro games and gaming in general. So I've done a little bit of that, and then obviously through lockdown, I can't really do the usual videos I would normally do. So pretty much all I do now is retro gaming videos or gaming videos. So I've been churning out loads of Evercade stuff constantly. But yeah, my experience with the Evercade was, I remember, I think, seeing an advert on, I think it was Argos, I think I seen it, and I thought, okay, that's interesting, but is that really going to work? No cartridges. That's totally different to everything else that's going on, because every other device you've got, you've got a memory card, you can plonk your own games onto it, and away you go. But I guess it's a different approach, and it's probably is working for them. So I didn't get an Evercade at launch because obviously I was totally skeptical about the whole thing. Wasn't totally convinced it was going to be worth getting. But I think round about the time, was it July last year, it was released. I think a couple of weeks, I've seen lots of videos on YouTube from some of the sort of like Metal Jesus, I think it was. I can't remember the guy's name, but I watched his video and I thought, that looks interesting. And then sort of around about that time, the Oliver Twins collection was announced, and I thought, oh my God, I really need to get one now, because that was the seller for me. So at that point I thought, oh damn, I need to get one. So, and it wasn't just about going out getting one, it was about getting the whole bloody collection. So it was a mad dash to try and, I mean, this was probably only about 2 or 3 weeks after launch when I got into it. So I was doing a mad dash on Amazon, Game, Argos, trying to get the whole collection. And at that time, it was a nightmare. I mean, the stocks were low. I think I drove about 25 miles to get the Pico collection, which is, it's brilliant. It's probably one of the best collections there, just as Danester said, to play Switchblade. I absolutely love Switchblade. That was the first game I actually played from the start to completion. I thought, magic. And then from there, really, it was just amazed. I'm absolutely, I mean, like everyone else, you just want to see more and more things on it. But yeah, I love it. I absolutely love the Evercade. It's a great little machine. It's not perfect, I guess, but I mean, it's the future for it looks great. I mean, obviously we had the Intellivision collection announced recently, and even though it's not to everyone's taste, but it's something else to add to it. Hopefully we'll see like an arcade collection at some point and a few other Amiga collection or something, but I think the future looks good for it. I'm really quite excited for it.
It does, yeah. I mean, great stuff, and thanks for sharing as well. And like I say, your YouTube channel was great with the those parks that you went to. So hopefully, when lockdown's lifted, we can see some more of those because they're really cool, funny videos.
Thanks, James. Cheers.
Great stuff. No problem. Thanks for that. Right, we'll move on now to Big Game Hour. So, I'm sure plenty of people know you here who are watching live. So you don't have to do an introduction, but you can do if you want. And also, if you want to tell us about your first experiences on the Evercade, that would be awesome.
Yeah, no worries. Right. So a lot of you who are new here who don't know me, I've got one Evercade video out, as James mentioned earlier. That's the only one I've got. This is primarily a retro gaming channel rather than Evercade channel. But if you do want to sub, it's great. Also, I'm a lot younger than all of you here. So,
steady on.
A lot of the games on the Evercade, I'm actually playing for the first time. I've never had anything before this. So, like a lot of I've pulled out a couple of games in like the Atari collection. I've never owned an Atari in my life, so a lot of these I'm playing for the first time now. But yeah, my first experience with the Evercade was a guy called Mark, who I know from a WhatsApp group. His channel, I think, is the Game Shed or something. He actually got sent it to review before it come out on sale about March last year, right at the start of lockdown. And yeah, it was one of them systems that never really interested me at first. I was the same as like most people. It's just another emulation device. It's not going to be great. And then other people started getting it, and like they was talking good things about it. I thought, oh, this sounds quite good actually. And then obviously I was watching the stream you done of this on the 23rd of December. I think that's the one, wasn't it, James? And before that stream actually finished, I'd ordered it, and it turned up Christmas Eve. And I've been playing a few games here and there ever since, but a couple of them are not great. The ports over from like NES and Mega Drive and stuff ain't always the best, but like I say, I've got no experience of like the Atari or Jaguar or anything like that, so I can't like compare it. I'm not too sure about it. But yeah, other than that, we've got a little high score group going. I was a bit disappointed because we was just trying to play. Try and find the name of the game we was trying to play on it. It was Incarnation, and it doesn't. You can't actually get a high score on it. so we had to scrap that one, and we were playing Boogerman at the moment instead. So that was a bit disappointing that you think it's going to be like an arcade system and you can't get a high score on a game. But I don't know whether Incarnation's meant to be a high score game, whether it's an arcade before. I'd never even heard of it. The first time I played it was Tuesday, I think it was. But other than that, I've been playing it. I take it to work with me. It's brilliant to take to work. I mean, I've got it right here. There you go. A bit dusty where I've been using it. But yeah, I enjoy it, James. I think it's a good little system. You still there?
Sorry about that, Al. I just muted myself by mistake. Because I was chatting away to you and everything. But yeah, so basically, yeah, have you got the full set of carts now, Al? Have you got them all?
Yeah, you know me, a full set collector. I had to get them all.
Of course.
Some of them are still sealed, though. I haven't got around to playing them all. I think I've played the first 7 so far, and the last 7 are small. The last 7 were sealed, but I unsealed one of them in the Evercade video.
Oh, awesome. Nice one. Thanks for that, Al. Awesome. And yeah, great that you've take it to work and stuff with you as well, which is cool. Great stuff. Right, we're going to move on to a resident special guest, Andy from UK Kraut Gaming. It's always a pleasure to have you here. So, I mean, do you want to do a little introduction about your channel? I mean, I'm pretty sure that everybody who's got an Evercade or into retro gaming has seen your channel. So, yeah, do you want to do a little introduction again?
Sure. I mean, I've got, I think, maybe just a few Evercade videos on my channel. But yeah, I absolutely love the Evercade. But of course, my channel's about everything retro gaming and modern. Although the modern seems to be getting less and less. It's all more about the retro gaming. I mean, I'm loving it that the Evercade's getting the Intellivision cartridge, because obviously I have an Intellivision and I have very, very fond memories of it. So I'm really chuffed for that one. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but yeah, really, I mean, the sole reason I got an Evercade originally was at launch is because of the collector in me. You know what? I didn't know anything about the system really at all, about what it was capable of. I just knew that you could collect physical boxes with cartridges in there, which is, you know, the boxes look a bit like a miniature version of a Master System box or a Genesis box, and that just appealed to me. You're getting the manual in there. So I went blindly into it at first, and then I was like, see, I've always been, like Danester, I've been a bit up and down with Blaze in the past. I mean, they've made a couple of handhelds that I love, like the Pac-Man one and what have you. The Atari 2600 handheld's brilliant, but they've also done... So I was like, oh, have I done the right thing? But you know what? It was the best move I ever made. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I can't wait for every single cartridge that's due to hit our doorsteps, you know, in the end. Yeah, the future's very, very bright if they keep doing what they're doing. And I know there's all this, I mean, a lot of people have commented on my channel now about, oh, nobody ever talks about the lines and the blah, blah. People, what you got to remember is every single system that's ever been launched, in the first year, you got problems. At least they're dealing with them, unlike other companies in the past have. You know, what more can you possibly say? That it's the first year, everybody's got to remember that, I think. Yeah, and that's why you got problems. Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I've noticed quite a lot of people, instead of returning the the product back to the support team to get a fresh new one to resolve any of the lines or dead pixels or any split screen or dual screens or screen on screen issues or faceplate issues that people are having. All you got to do is contact the support team, and then they'll just send you a new one out, or they'll deal with it. I mean, speaking of, say, retro gaming, if I was to drop my game gear now on the floor, I can't get a new one. I have to buy a new one.
Exactly. Yeah. At least you got that option, haven't you? And they are good. Out of 100 cases that you hear about, there is absolutely no hesitation on Blazer's part. They're straight there, and they will sort the problem out for you. And you've got to give them credit for that, because I tell you what, back in the day when my first PS2 came along, and it got that bloody horrible thing with the blue discs and all that crap, and they wouldn't play half of it and what have you. I mean, they sorted it out fairly quick, but nothing like this. Or the Xbox 360 matter when it was burnt a bloody hole in my floor. You know what I mean? There was a hell of a hassle around that, wasn't it, to try and get it replaced quickly. So, teething problems, people have got to give them a chance. Yeah. Now the newer units are around. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And when these units now got all the firmware updates and everything on them, at first some games had glitches, some buttons weren't around the right way and all that sort of stuff, but that's all been resolved now. So
it's all been resolved.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Thanks for that, Andy. Yeah, always a pleasure to have a chat. I mean, we could chat for ages, can't we? I mean, awesome. Right, so we're going to next move on to Roger. So if you want to do any announcements about what's happening, kicking off, what's going on the Facebook side of things as well, or any of your thoughts on the Evercade being the man in charge of the old Facebook group. What's your thoughts on it?
I was going to mention that I forgot to say earlier that we've got the competition on for the Evercade Pro Design Your Own. There's been lots of comments of what people said they'd like to see, but all we want to see is a drawing with like your shower attachment or whatever attached to it. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be serious, just anything.
We could do one for the lady.
Evercade spoke to me earlier, and I've got a couple of things to say. The first being that they are going to have a merch shop soon. So if you want your Evercade mugs, or if you've got any ideas what you think they should do in the chat, put them up, and I'm sure that they'll read all the chat comments at the end, because they're after ideas. So if you want a t-shirt or a coat or a hat or even a pair of socks or something, just put it up in the chat. And the other thing that they were talking to me about was the arcade games. And so I was chatting to them about this, and I said, so what are we looking at? And basically, at the moment, it's done on the licenses they've got. So if you can think of the games for the licenses, and also all the guys here and the guys in the chat put up what you want, they're going to read it. So if you want Double Dragon, the arcade game, tell them. And and we'll get on with it. We'll see what we can do. And I'll push for the arcade games because I'd like to see them as well. But that's not why I got the Evercade. I think it's just a brilliant little machine as well. And the group seems very happy, and it's growing every day. So yeah, and you're welcome to ask me any questions in the chat as well.
Nice one. Thank you very much, Roger. And I mean, speaking about companies and carts and all that sort of stuff that you'd like to see, I mean, me personally, I'd love to see Bullfrog to have the games like Dungeon Keeper, Theme Park, Theme Hospital, Magic Carpet. That would be awesome to have that on there, Bullfrog. But I don't know if EA still owns them or if they've just gone, because they were awesome. Right. So I think all the questions are up to date now. But I mean, the merch does sound like a good idea. I mean, I need a hat to hide all this horrible hair that I've just had to slick back during this. So, right, let's see if there's anything else. I think I've got some pre-done questions here. So this one for the team. So whoever wants to answer this first, we'll ask you, Danester, if you want to answer this one first. What game cart are you currently playing?
I'm playing between two. Because I'm not one of these people who sit down and complete stuff, and I don't use save states, like especially with like the old games that never had save states. So I keep flicking back between Tanglewood and I play Switchblade because I want to do Switchblade all in one go. But normally something happens, I have to go and put the bins out or something, and those sort of games for me, I know it's great that they've got save states, especially helps out with like the Dizzy games that never had save states, but I still like to play them in their natural form, if that makes sense.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
I'll turn it off and then I'll go back to the beginning again when I pick it back up, sort of thing. I want to say the battery life on the Evercade as well is brilliant.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty awesome. It is. I mean, like I say, I've not really. This is going on in the background now. I mean, this will just last the whole stream with a game playing. You can't see it. Hold on, let me just put it on my channel here. So here we are. Pico Collection 1, just playing in the background. I had to just try and find a cart that has games that have intros playing, because I was going to do Switchblade, but that just sticks with the credit rolling. So this is one from Pico Interactive. This will just be here playing throughout the whole stream, and it won't run out of battery life. But yeah, and it's not even getting hot or anything like that at all. So it's all good. Right. Yeah. Cheers for that, Danester. Nice one. We're going to move next on to Crazy Burger. So what cart are you currently playing at the moment, fella?
I'm currently playing Atari Lynx Collection 2. I've been obviously hard work finishing Tanglewood, then moved on to the Oliver Twins collection and completed most of the Dizzy games apart from one. Can't do Fantastic Dizzy. Just don't have the patience to go through it. Even there's no way I could do it without save states. Hardcore stuff. But yeah, I'm now playing. I've been through Atari Collection 1. And now I'm on to the second one. I'm currently playing Blue Lightning, which is really, really good. I'm maybe about halfway through it. I was playing Chip Challenge for quite a bit, but I'm totally stuck and frustrated with it. And I'm nowhere near finishing it, but such an amazing game. But yeah, so I've been playing a lot of the games that are coming up in the collections coming soon, which is quite interesting. I'm really loving the look of Indie Heroes. I'm really looking forward to that one. Some amazing games on it. I've been sort of playing some of the demos for Flea and Doodle Jump. And no, it's not Doodle Jump. Is it Doodle Jump?
Doodle Jump, yeah. Yeah, I think there's a similar game coming out on that Indie Heroes. Yeah, that looks like Doodle Jump. Yeah.
Yeah, all the graphics, all the games on there are just fantastic. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, there's one that looks like an old school Game Boy game on there as well, which looks really cool.
Mm-hmm. There's some great RPGs on it. Absolutely amazing RPGs.
Yeah, and looking at the back there of your Evercade, is that a Wii U thing that you're using to hold it up with?
That is, yeah, that is.
Cool.
It's sitting in a drawer handy, so that's perfect just to sit it in and display it as if it's perfectly made for it. So yeah.
Yeah, it does look awesome. Yeah, cheers for that, Crazy Burger dude. Nice one.
No problem.
Right, so we're going to move next on to Big Game Al. So what are you currently playing for the on the Evercade? What cart are you currently using and playing? What's the one?
We're currently playing the Interplay Collection 1. Obviously, we was trying to play that Incarnation until we found out it didn't have a high score on it. So we're actually playing Boogerman at the moment, which is actually a really nice port over from the Mega Drive. I believe it's the Mega Drive version. It looks like it anyway when playing. And it plays really well. A lot better than the Pac-Man game we was playing the other month, but we'll get onto that later. But yeah, the one I'm looking forward to is I want to crack this one open. It's still sealed. I want to play.
You need to get that open.
I want to play Tanglewood. I've obviously played Xeno Crisis, but
Tanglewood.
But I've heard rumours it's not a great port. I don't know if that's true or not.
Well,
until I get it myself.
Well, the Tanglewood one.
Yeah.
Because I think it's the Mega Drive one. I mean, I played that at EGX a couple of years ago, and I think it just is that one, if I'm not mistaken. But I know it's come out on the everything really. Yeah, it was like the Dreamcast and stuff like that. But no, it's pretty cool. Yeah, but I mean, give it a go and let us know what it's like. And do a video. I'd love to see that.
But I've bought the mini HDMI to HDMI lead, so I might stream a few.
Oh, lovely. That'd be cool to do that. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
First experience on some of the old Atari games and stuff where I've never owned an Atari before. Could be quite interesting.
Yeah. That would be very interesting to watch. And I'm sure everybody in the chat as well would like to see that. And they'll obviously subscribe to your channel and like all that video and stuff like that. So yeah, cheers for that, Al. Nice one, fella. Right, we're going to move on to Andy now. So what game are you currently playing? Or what car are you currently playing as well?
Loads of them, but I'll keep going back to, like everybody else, to Xeno Crisis Tanglewood. And I've got Tanglewood on the Mega Drive, and to me, they're identical. I haven't noticed any differences at all. So I think it is definitely that version. And because it plays 100% the same as that one does. I just love the art style of that. And if you want to chill out, just relax, it's the perfect game for it. And then, of course, polar opposite with Xenocrisis is just mental. But yeah, what a fantastic game. And again, you know, if you were to buy that separate, you pay the same flipping price, if not a bit more. And then, yeah, I keep going back to the Pico collection as well, because I absolutely adore that cartridge. Yeah, so it's between all of them in a sense. You know, I'll suddenly get a whim and I want to play this one and that one, and I'm constantly fishing them out, you know, and swapping them over. But yeah, that is really the main one I'm playing. Is definitely the Tanglewood Xenocrisis one. Yeah, keep going back and back to it. It's just fantastic. Yeah.
It is awesome. Yeah, very good there. And I mean, I must revisit it because I'm sure I can complete it without losing a life. That game on hard difficulty. I'm sure I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. So, Roger, and yourself, my friend, what are you playing currently on the Evercade? If you've got time now to play it, I mean, because the Facebook page is quite busy as of late.
Challenge games, even though my scores are absolutely shocking. I've been playing Gallagher and Double Dragon 2. That Double Dragon 2, I don't know how you lot are doing it, because I just can't get a really good score on it. It's really awful score. And Gallagher is just tricky as it is anyway, isn't it? So, you know, but both good games.
They are, yes, they are indeed. So, right, so thanks for that, Roger, my friend. And we've got some comments coming in here, and we've got another question that I need to go back on to, so just give me a moment. I'll just bring us all into the screen. There's Kevin. Wait, has it loaded now? It has loaded. So we've got people commenting as well. And we've got Rodney Delboy here as well from the Only Fools and Horses, it does appear. So they're fans of that, which is all good. I mean, I mean, a lot of their comments are, I think, about a Game Gear. What's this one? Nice long comment. Awesome. Great stuff.
Still the
I thought I'd
original
put one of those comments in there. Yeah, I've got a Game Gear, but I've got that on my video, so it's all cool. You can check that out. And I've got all the Power UK accessories for it as well. So if you ever want to just check that out, you can do as well. So we've got a comment here from Yoshi Games. What game do you hope will come to the Evercade? So a single game. I think I've already said I would like a Bullfrog compilation. So I've opened the floor to everyone in the comments as well, and also the panel. What game or cartridge set would you like to appear on the Evercade? You know, whether it be, say, a dual cart, because we've not had another one since Tanglewood and Xenocrisis. So if we're just going to talk about a dual cart, then what would you like to see as two games on there? We start with Danester.
Oh, you've thrown that at me. So I've got an answer for if we were going to have a cart full of games, but I haven't got an idea for a dual cart.
Yeah, not
I'm just going to turn and look at my Mega Drive game. So
Blue Spines.
With Lemmings and Another World. I know they're two separate producers, but I'm just looking at games that I think would play well on the Evercade. And I think Lemmings would play very well, and I also think Another World would.
It would, yeah.
And of course,
awesome.
I'd into, like, I don't know, like an Amiga collection if people wanted an Amiga collection sort of thing.
Nice one. Thanks for that, Danester fella. Going to move on to you now, Crazy Burger. What cart or dual cart or just a compilation that you'd like to see next for the Evercade if they would do? I mean, so many people have mentioned the likes of, say, Konami, Sega, Capcom. I mean, what would you like to see if they're just going to pick either one game or a compilation?
Well, if you're reading the number 2 this week's or this month's magazine, you know, Blazer talking to Capcom, Sega. Well, you never know. Maybe we'll get a Sonic the Hedgehog cart. You know, Sonic 1 and 2. There's your dual cart, or just the full Sonic series.
Yeah.
I would like to see Amiga as well. I mean, if Capcom, I would like to see them even like a Final Fight cart. You could have Final Fight Arcade. You could have, I mean, there's lots of Capcom arcades, but you could have the SNES versions of Final Fight 2 and 3, and that could be a cart for me.
Awesome.
I don't know, I could go on all day. I could have Last Ninja 1 and 2 and 3. That could be a cart from System 3.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could sit here all day and talk about potential games that we would love to see. But yeah, I'd like to see. I'd like to see Snatcher as well. CD. I mean, that Mega CD game was amazing. It's the only English version that was made, so I would like to see that.
Snatcher, yeah, Mega CD. Yeah, I've got a couple of those stored somewhere. I might sell them for $5 each. So,
add a few zeros to that.
Yeah.
Cheers, dude. Right, we're gonna move next on to big game. Yes, who's
my compilation, mate? Because I had some compilation ideas. I didn't realise it was the same.
Can we get back to that? Because I've got some compilation ideas as well. Be a second
2
question.
seconds. 2 seconds, Danester fella. So sorry, we're gonna go on to a big game out. What would you like then for a compilation?
Well, are we doing the dual one or compilation? Because I've got 2 answers for each of them.
Do your 2 answers for each of them.
Right. Well, first of all, you was talking about the dual cart one. If they want to make some money, you said they watch these. You could do a double cart with Golden Axe and Streets of Rage on it, or you could do Golden Axe 1 and 2 on a cart and Streets of Rage 1 and 2 on a cart, or mix them together.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it? That. I mean, would you throw in just a Golden Axe, the unreleased one, in there as well, just to shake it up a little bit?
Well, you could even have Golden Axe 3.
Oh no, we leave that one. Leave that one out.
They want to make money. I'll take it then.
That is a really good one. Yeah. What's your other ones then? Other suggestions?
I've come prepared, and I didn't know until you said a minute ago about them talking to Capcom, because a Capcom collection would be brilliant. Because I've got 2 good games here that I reckon would work really well on the Evercade. First one's a NES called Gunsmoke.
Okay.
With the way the Evercade plays, I think that would be absolutely brilliant on it. And another game that no one really talks about is Mercs.
Oh, nice. Yeah. What's that like? Is that like a Contra style or not?
No, it's more like a run and gun, like up the page sort of thing. A bit like
a Midnight Resistance. Or...
Commando, a bit like Commando.
Yeah, a bit like Commando.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Obviously, you've got like the Capcom fighter games. I'm not really a fan of like fighting, but obviously, if you get a good mixture on there, you can get a few like side scrollers, these sort of style of games, and fighters all on one cart. You can get like 6 or 7 games. I reckon that will sell really well.
Yeah, put Marvelous Capcom on there.
Yeah, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, cheers for that, Al. Nice one. They sound awesome. And that Gunsmoke, I might have to check that out to see what that looks like, because I like games like that.
That is brilliant. If you haven't played it, I recommend that.
Nice one. Right, we're gonna. Who have we not spoke to yet? Because I've lost track. Have I spoke to you yet, Andy? Or
no, not yet. No,
not yet. Let's come over to you, Andy fella. So, what would you like then, mate? To as a compilation, 2 dual case one, or just a full set? What would you like to have next?
Well, again, both really. I'm an absolute utter diehard fan of SNK. I would love it. It's a dream. I would love to have the obviously the Pocket Neo Geo colour, particularly on a compilation. If they could get some of them licensed, what the chances of that are, I do not know. But that would be fantastic to me if there was an SNK collection. And then again, SNK again, guys. I would love to see, for instance, a dual cart of Metal Slug 1 and 2, maybe. That would work as well if they couldn't get a whole lot of them. They seem to bang Metal Slug on everything bloody else. Why not the Evercade? And I reckon it'd run a dream on there, especially the Pocket Neo colour games. That's what I would really love to see. And also for compilation, I've said this all along, I'd love to see a Game Gear one as well.
Yeah, Game Gear compilation.
Yeah, and let's face it, Sega is a bitch to everybody. They give the licenses to anyone, so I think there's a chance they could. They gave to bloody act games. Yeah.
That's I mean, because the Game Gear Mini or Micro has recently been released. I mean, that's something that people are still talking about. So that would be quite good to capitalize on that. I mean, Sega are not really good at capitalizing what people want or their fans want, but you know, we'll see.
Yeah, because then it would be an actually decent handheld in size. Yeah,
exactly.
Crazy, that was.
Awesome. Right, cheers for that, Andy. Nice one, fella.
No problem.
So we're going to move next on now to Roger. What would you like, sir? What would be your compilation that you'd have?
Well, I was thinking about it, and I thought I'd love to see a Star Wars arcade trilogy. You know, the original Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back and The Return of the Jedi, which I know nobody likes except for me, which is fine. And then I thought maybe like a bubble collection where you could have Rainbow Islands and Parasol Stars and Puzzle Bubble and whatever, because you could have like 5 or 6 on that one. And then the other one would be like all the chat was saying, a Capcom like fighter one, Street Fighter, Final Fight, Captain Commando, something like that. A bit of variety, Marvel versus Capcom's first one. But obviously, that's all down to licenses with Disney, isn't it? So they need to sign up Capcom and Disney then. But you never know. If they're making money off it, they might go for it.
Indeed. I mean, an Activision collection would be good. You know, the likes of Pitfall and stuff like that. That'd be
the Activision anthology, like on PS2.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Pitfall. Oh, Peter loved that when he said that.
Oh, River Raid.
Yeah, River Raid. Cool. So I think we're up to date with the comments because you know, we've got the Only Fools and Horses fellas here tonight having a chat to each other, which is always good. So I've got nothing Evercade related, but I saw it on eBay. So I'm going to do a bit of unboxing while we're live, just so you guys can catch your breath or have a drink or whatever you need to do. So I'm just going to find out what this is. And if any of you guys can guess, I mean, it's not Chinese seeds. That seems to be something quite common on various Facebook groups when people open anything. But let's have a look what it is. So I don't know if it's battered or not. I don't know if it's is any good. Let's have a look. It is. I don't know if you can see it through there. No, you can't see it through there. But it smells like it's been on a farm. But let's have a look, Midok. It's like Christmas, isn't it? All over again. When all you guys got your Evercade. All right, so let's have a look. So talk amongst yourselves in the comments. So I've got something to come back to. Way.
Hey, look at that.
That one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
So just got this for about £3, and it looks half decent.
Yeah.
So I've not got an Amiga or anything, but I just like the case.
Yeah,
I just thought we got there. There it is. But I know it's missing. It's missing the. It's only got one tape in there. So I think it's only got the music. Yeah, only the music cassette in there.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm just going to buy. Oh, I still got a sticker on there. Look, the price on there. Let's have a look. If you can see that, the price from Boots. 20 quid from Boots.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Didn't know they sold games.
No,
Yeah,
I mean WH Smith's.
then,
I got all my Game Gear games from WH Smith's back in the day. I got something else. Another bit of unboxing. I bought this the other day. So for the Sega Dreamcast. So I just bought it. And one more thing then. I've got a fortune cookie here, so I'm going to open it because I've just had a Chinese. So I'm going to see what it's going to say for the. This is going to be the future of the Evercade then is going to be in this fortune cookie. So whatever it says. So let's have a look. I'm not going to eat it on camera. There we go. It's all over the place. Right. What's it going to say? Click me now. Right. Good news is on its way. There we are. Yeah, and the winning.
There you go. They signed up with Capcom. Sorted.
Is that blurred? I don't know if it's blurred or not. It is. I guess it's blurred as always. It's like Retro Bear's stream where he tries to get it in focus. Just makes me laugh. Awesome. Right.
Hey,
so
James.
Good news is on its way. Yes, sir.
I'm going to jump off and let one of the other admins come on and have a chat now.
Nice
so
one.
I'm going to say to you, have a good night. Really good to chat to you. Nice to meet you, Al, John, and Danester. I don't know Danester's first name, but nice to meet you. And always good to see you, Andy. And you, James.
See you, Roger.
I'll be in the chat chatting.
Good night, Roger.
In the chat.
See you later, Roger. Bye.
Take care. Cool. Right, now he's gone. Right. Very well. So is that what everyone's drinking tonight? What we're drinking? I am drinking Strongbow in a Strongbow Dark Fruit in a special evil glass that I've nicked from a pub. that I borrowed from a pub, but it's closed now. I can't take it back. So
Oh,
Hardcore
I'm
stuff.
drinking the hard stuff. Yeah.
me
oh, Diet Coke. I want you.
Right.
banana bread beer just for Retro Chef when he turns out. You can see it. You probably never see that.
Awesome. No. Right, what we got here then? Some more comments that come through. Just whilst we was opening that fortune cookie, let's catch up with those. We got Oh Dear from Sega Zombie, Pitfall and Enduro Racer. See, look, do you prefer the arcade version of Enduro Racer, or do you prefer the Master System version of Enduro Racer?
Master System.
Yeah, Master System.
Yeah.
I was going to say, James, that I never mentioned my compilations, and
did you not, sir? Okay, let's go back to you. There you go. You got the full screen now, mate.
Oh, thanks. I was going to say a Taito collection because obviously Roger mentioned a few games, but I was thinking Chase HQ would be another good one to add, and also the New Zealand Story. They would play really well on the Evercade. But everyone seems to be going and want to go forward and have much more powerful systems, such as like the arcade conversion of that. I think the Evercade have got a market going backwards with stuff that used to be on the Spectrum. Like Ultimate Play the Games set would be brilliant. And I really think it'd look really good if they went backwards. And also, everyone's on about Mega Drive ports. The Master System had some brilliant games like Psycho Fox, stuff like that doesn't really get released on stuff. You could almost have a Master System collection as well. That was my thinking. Whereas everyone's looking at going forward and making it more complicated. I'd much more appreciate like stuff from the 8-bit home computers to play on the Evercade over other stuff that I could probably already play on something else.
Yeah, I mean the Master System version, say like Ninja or Rocky, would be awesome on there. I think, you know, they're two good games I like on the Master System.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think it's always about getting the better graphical games, like some of the old ZX Spectrum games would play, or Amstrad, or Commodore. Yep. All those libraries are open to be used, I'm guessing, kind of thing, so that they could look back that way. And again, like even something as cheesy as Amsoft, an Amsoft cart would appeal to me, and probably a lot of Amstrad collectors as well.
Yeah, rolling on the ropes and stuff like that would be good on that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. That's all I've got to say now, James. Anyway, sorry.
That's all right, mate. I'll take you off the big screen now. Don't you worry, fella. That's all done. Right.
So, James, I just had an idea. I would like to actually see like a cart, just maybe take Dizzy, for example. You'd like to see every conversion that was made. You want to see the Spectrum version, the Commodore version, the Amstrad version. I'd like to have the ability to like switch between the versions as you're playing the game. Okay, maybe it's a bit out there, but I'm definitely interested because there was a lot of games back in the day that was released in every format, from Spectrum, Commodore to Atari ST to Amiga. I would love to like see all the different versions in the one cart, and that would be quite cool. Doesn't really matter what game it is, I guess, but that'd be good.
Yeah,
it's like that. Yeah, like the Outrun I just showed there. I mean, that's because I've got like Michael Jackson's Moonwalk cart on every single platform that it was released on, in every single box variation as well. So yeah, I think I'm the only person in the world that's got that. So like you say, when you used to turn over the backs of these cases of the Amstrad, you used to get to see the arcade versions, the Spectrum. So yeah, it would be good to have like say different versions of it. You know, like
you maybe used to buy a game based on that. You'd look at the back, you've got a Commodore or a Spectrum. Well, the graphics look amazing on it's an Amiga that we're watching. You get at home that's maybe not quite as good, but I mean, just talking about that. I mean, some games, even though they look better, sometimes they've actually played better in the Spectrum or the Commodore 64, even though they look better on them. Didn't necessarily mean it was a better game.
Totally agree there. Cool, nice one, fella. So let's catch up with these comments. Saying Gauntlet would be good. Yes, it would be good, but very difficult as well, because that's a tough game in itself. What else have we got comment wise? I think we're running to the end of these comments, so which is all good. Not all good for you guys and everyone watching. All good for me to clicking this button on this slow laptop. So is there anything else to say? I don't think there's much else to say in these comments. This is coming through thick and fast, but yeah. So what we've done the fortune cookie. We're showing off a Pico Interactive Collection 1 there in the background, if you can see it or not. I've had a bit to drink and I've got my Outrun. Like I say, I just got it to put in the background because I'm not in my games room yet. This is just my spare room, my working environment due to lockdown. But have you all pre-ordered the new carts yet? Because I've not pre-ordered Worms Team 17 one yet. Is there a Codemasters one coming out as well? Is that
It's not available to pre-order though yet.
Yeah, because I've seen them. I've seen them on Amazon, and they're like 19 quid for some bizarre reason. So I've just left it because I'm not paying 19 quid. I'll pay 14 quid.
They always change the price when it comes to the release. It goes to 15 or goes to 14.99. I mean, you never really get charged the £19.12. I don't know what that's all about.
I don't know if you guys have noticed on Argos they have as well. They've gone up to suddenly £15.99 or something. I think one of them was Dane, if my memory serves me right. Very, very odd. Because that's one of the main selling points, isn't it? That's £14.99.
Yeah. Because I messaged them. I said, I think your marketing team need to sort out that prices, because I was kind of promoting all their cheap ones for them, just saying, link to this and all that sort of stuff. And I said to them, look, you've got some of the other ones that are the wrong prices, and they're like, that's due to our marketing team. I'm like, okay. Well, we've got Sega Zombie here said a Jeff Minter collection would be good. I mean, I met Jeff Minter in all his hair at a retro gaming event in Frome, Somerset. So a funny story there. Let me put me on big screen just so you guys can all chill and do whatever you want. So yeah, funny story. So I was having a retro gaming event, and I had all my consoles set up. So I had two PS2s linked to each other, two Xboxes linked to each other playing Outrun. The PS2s were playing Twisted Metal Black, and I had two Dreamcasts playing F355 Challenge linked. So these all consoles are all linked to each other. And so basically Jeff Minter was downstairs promoting one of his games. I don't know if it's like a Tempest or something or other. I weren't that interested. But yeah, he seemed like a nice fella, and I don't know where I'm going with the story, but yeah. So basically, for some bizarre reason, the organisers of this event decided to put a bookcase up against the entrance of where my stand was, so nobody can go in and see my games. So I was well cheesed off, and so yeah, that was it really. I travelled all the way to Frome, Somerset from bloody wherever I'm based in Nottingham, and yeah. That's it, really. That's because I saw the name Jeff Minter. I thought I got a story to tell about Jeff Minter. Yeah. So there you are. He seemed all right.
Brilliant.
Well, that's it. It always happens to me. I tend to something always goes off or kicks off at these events that I do. And yeah, I mean, he looked old there, so I don't know how old he is now. That was years ago. Right, what we've got here then? Llamasoft. That is Jeff Minter, isn't it? That's his creation, I think. What's all these comments coming in now? You could do, let's have a look here. Right, apologies for the slow comments and everything. I'm still getting used to all this. I'm not like Danester. He's a pro at this. I'm just one guy that does. I'm just one guy that does a live stream every month, which uses his phone to get the camera, a TV monitor here to keep an eye on the chat and everything. So I don't even know. I mean, I did a bid on an item that I wanted on eBay and it finished at $7.50. So I don't even know if I won it or not, because I've turned my phone on Do Not Disturb and airplane mode, so no one bloody tries to call me during this. So I don't even know if I won it. So fingers crossed I did. So I mean, see, look, all these things I do for you guys at Evercade, Right. So what we got here then?
That's a good show.
Midway collection.
Yeah, Midway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be good because I've been playing Midway. I'm sure Gernaldinho has as well. Midway. What is it? The arcade, not Arcade Origins. What's the one on Xbox 360? Is it? I mean, he'll tell me in the comments. But yeah, it's root beer tapper and stuff like that would be awesome on there.
So Midway Arcade Collection or something, isn't it?
Yeah, they're awesome. They are
on PS2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the reason, like the guys at Evercade are not putting the arcade ports out and the NES. They're putting the NES ports is purely because they can get more on a cart, and they think because I know people would prefer less on the cart and have the higher quality ports maybe as well. Is that why they're doing it?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I just know that this year they're doing the arcade versions of games. I just think it was a case of just whatever they could get at the time. But yeah, they've said now they're going to be getting the arcade versions of the games this year, so that would be pretty cool.
I suppose it's probably
because I
get a foot in the door sort of thing. Chuck as many stuff on the as you can, get everyone buying it, and then cut down and get more quality on there, I suppose.
That's it. So I mean, I keep playing what is it? Two Crew Dudes, which is the Mega Drive version, which I feel feels like the arcade version anyway, in my opinion. But yeah, it's an awesome game. Yeah.
It is bloody good version, isn't it? Absolutely.
I think the only thing it was missing really is a little bit of speech. I think that's all that I could see it was missing from it. That was all.
I've got a question here. Am I going to Peckham? No, I'm not going to Peckham. Sorry, no.
See, because I think, especially people who I speak to in like YouTube and gaming community, the thing that has them on the fence is they want these arcade conversions. Because I know my mate Stu Tootie says it's like money for old rope because like there's loads of stuff that come out that play a lot of these conversions. So like it'd be nice to see him eat his words once like the arcade come out and then he buys one and then I've got like the rest of my life to take the piss out of him for it, sort of thing. Like.
But yeah, arcade versions would be good.
You know what he's like, he'll definitely get one.
Because he always says about the old rope, you know.
Do you think there'll be you talk like a pro or a better edition? I think some of them missing is somehow of like sort of cross play between two Evercades.
Yeah.
Especially if like they get some arcade conversions, say they get the Turtles game or say they get the Simpsons game from the arcade or WrestleFest, something that you could play two-player. That would be so good to play. I mean, I don't know how hard it is. I mean, I'm guessing like Bluetooth's a lot better now than it was 10, 15 years ago. Maybe if that's a way you could do it sort of thing, but some way you could get two-player cross-play, that would be definitely appealing, especially like all the guys who own one. If we went to a gaming event or something, you could play some sort of four-player all sat round. That would be a really interesting bit of technology in itself, let alone like a gaming progression. Stop
like a micro machine.
Man, it makes me paranoid.
No, I totally agree with that because I thought that has always been missing from the beginning, hasn't it? That you couldn't, like back in the day when you used to have link cables and whatever, you can't even do that, can you? To hook each other up together. Yeah, you've got the two-player option there, but you can't use it. And that has always been sorely missing from the beginning. So, yeah, you're absolutely right, James, with that one. Go, if we could do multiplayer, it would be fantastic. Money... Sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say, the size of the thing, you look at it like compared to like a PSP, VR, Switch. Why can't you put Wi-Fi on there? It's the same size. Why can't you put it?
Yeah.
But Al,
then they could tap into the digital market, couldn't they? Because then they could have a digital store and sell the cartridges and the digital downloads at the same time. Like everybody else is doing that. Yeah.
It could do with Wi-Fi. Definitely could do with a Wi-Fi chip in there, just for the firmware updates, stuff like that. Record high scores on an official Evercade site. Anything like that, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And that money, that money for all rope thing, I think what a lot of people are missing is that, for instance, to go out and buy, say, one certain game that's maybe in one of the collections might cost you about 5 times as much as the whole cartridge costs you to buy it for the Evercade. And what I love about it is that I can just switch between them without having to get a box off the shelf, getting the hardware, setting it all up, and then playing it. I love that aspect as well. And even with emulation, you know what we're all like. We have flipping thousands of games on an emulator, and you have to scroll through the flipping list till you find it in the end. So to me, it's not so much old rope really, because I think to myself, what would I pay for that game if I went on eBay or Amazon or anywhere,
Exactly. I mean, with regards to
the first system, so obviously it's becoming a bit of a hit. So if they revise the system, they could add these little things, sort of thing, like, I don't know, an Evercade 2.0 or something like that, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
An SD card and upgrade the memory and stuff like that.
That would be
fantastic.
fantastic.
We're actually going to see a console as such. I mean, what I was thinking is we'd like to have a console and you could actually dock your Evercade just like the Switch. I mean, that could be an option, I guess.
Yeah.
It's how they get away with that, probably licensing.
Yeah, I know. It's copyrighted, but
Nintendo have got so many patents to stop someone doing that now. Would probably be the problem. Can I just mention a couple of things, James? Sorry to hijack. Do you want full screen, or are you okay? Okay. I've noticed him in the comments. Anyone who's collected the Evercade, Geordie Slasher Gaming is doing a giveaway of Atari Lynx Collection 2, I believe. So you just got to go over to his channel, and all you got to do is put in the comments, mention what collection you'd like to see. So anyone who's not familiar with Mark's channel, it'd be great to go over and take part in that. And you've got a chance of winning something. I've not took part because I've already got the collection. Like, you know, I wouldn't try and win it and stop someone else winning. And also, I've got.
Has he?
Go on.
Has he put a comment? Has he put a comment so I can pin it to the screen while you're talking, or is he?
Gaming, he's about the 4th comment up on my screen.
I'll tell you what, he's a personal friend of mine. While you're there, drop him a sub because he's fantastic.
Well, that's what I was hoping they'd do while I went over there. Also, a good friend of mine, Ginger Hippie Gaming, 3D printed me this holder for my Evercade. So,
oh, wow.
Oh, nice one.
So you can hold 2 carts in the back. It's got a hole for the coin. Unfortunately, I've not got a founder's coin. Also, it's got a bit here, similar to like your docking idea, where you've got the charger can go through, so you can charge it while it's sat in it. And that's how
brilliant. That's really good.
That is absolutely superb, isn't it? Yeah.
And that's Ginger Hippie Gaming 42. If you want to go over and check out his channel, and if you've got an Evercade, Si's a great bloke. He'll probably, you know, just charge you the postage to print you one if you want one. That's all I've got to say. I just wanted to plug those 2 channels because they're doing great stuff for everyone else, sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, is he Georgie? Is Si the one where we get a thumbs down on this video? Is that the guy?
Si will be the one who used to get loads of thumbs down on his video, but he's not got them so much. He's here actually. I've spoken. He's been lurking in the comments what he's done, and he's heard me mention his name, and he's popped up in it.
So yeah, Liam's here, the creator of the fanzine. Awesome stuff that he's done there. So he's popped along from the admin side of the Evercade group for the. Let me try and get this right because I can never get it right because I always say unofficial. It's non-official. Non-official.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
I've definitely got that wrong then.
Yeah, because I always say unofficial, 100% unofficial.
I just
say so great.
Where all the cool kids hang out.
Yeah. Cool. Whilst you're here, Liam, I mean, do you want to talk about the episode 2 that is available now, the Fanzine Magazine, just for people if they don't know?
Yeah, it's a massive improvement on issue 1. Roger set up an interview with us with Andrew from Laim. There was more reviews, more articles. There was just a hell of a lot more in there this time. I hope to do the same again next time. A few bits from Andrew in his interview as well. I'm going to sort of take on board. There's going to be a tips and sort of tricks section what Peter, one of the admins, is running. And so he's going to test everything on the arcade as well, so we know that they all work. It's not just going to be one of those where you enter it and nothing happens. We can do like you've been saying, we'll be doing a fantasy card section where people can send their ideas in, and me and Mark, who does the magazine with me, we can Photoshop them all up so they look like proper carts and sort of have a bit about so why you'd want to see that cart and what games you want to see on there. So hopefully next time it'll be along the same lines as what issue 2 was. Issue 2 was such a big jump from issue 1, it's going to be hard to sort of replicate that. So trying to get another interview in like on the same level as Andrew and trying to get articles in again, but we'll try it. We've got a few people who I know Roger's talking to, trying to get interviews in, but if anyone's got any suggestions or anything, just give us a shout. If you've got any sort of cart ideas, give us a shout. Any tips and tricks, same again, send them in.
So if people wanted to ask any sort of questions, so if people wanted to ask any sort of questions, good, bad, negative, support, anything like that, how would they get those to either the right people or get anything mentioned in the magazine or stuff like that? How would they go about doing that?
You can send them to any of the admin, or the easiest one is probably we've set up an email just for the fanzine, for everything really. It's just Evercade Fan Group at outlook.com, or just all one word, Evercade Fan Group. And then if send them into there, a few people did last time. That's how. So we've got Al in there from Game Group. Please send some bits in on the email. So send bits on the email. That's the easiest way for us all to pick it up and just sort of stick it in the magazine from there. let's get back to people.
Great stuff. I gather you're not currently working on episode 3. Is there any sneak peeks that you can tell anybody if there is anything ready for episode 3 yet, or?
Same again, it's going to be data east collection. We've got, I don't know, Vaughan who does all the writing. I've got about 4 or 5 articles backed up because it's just passionate writer. So we've got so much backed up what Vaughan's wrote. I know Roger was talking. If Roger can pull off who won the interview, that'll be a good interview. That'll be sort of on Andrew's level sort of thing. See if that one comes off. Now, so the big ones really are just the new sections inspired from Andrew really. So the fantasy card sections and the tips and tricks sections. Other than that, it's hopefully be along the same lines as what issue 2 was.
Nice one. Cheers for that, Liam. I mean, one more thing as well. I mean, if people wanted to say send their reviews and stuff like that as well, like if they wanted to get involved, would it just be the same email so they can get their reviews on?
Yeah, same email. Just Evercade Fans Group, same again. Because we're doing the data each next time. So if you want to send in second opinions with the sort of rating out of 10, that sort of thing, just send
Nice one.
Send it
Awesome.
all into there, and get back to them.
Great stuff. Yeah, cheers for that, Liam, and awesome work you've done there. Loads of great comments from everybody with their praise. I mean, yeah, the full cast of the Only Fools and Horses are involved as well, so it's all great stuff. I mean, come on, you know. Right. There's always 1, 2, or 3 or whatever people that like to make me laugh. I don't know. Right.
He's too busy playing his Evercade. That's why he's not going to bed. Rodney.
Yeah, exactly.
Dave.
I know Del Boy comments a lot on my channel about the Evercade, and yeah, he's not a fan, shall we say?
Oh. Well, I mean, that's the thing. If I went onto every single Discord or Facebook page, I don't know if people still use Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and just share my dissatisfaction about a certain product or whatever, I'm just silly. I think personally, I'll just go to the root cause, like the support team or the actual makers, and get it sorted out. But if you don't like it, you don't like it. Yeah, but it's one of them things. Right, what time is it now? See, look, I can't see what time it is. It is only 9:10, and I think the comments are drying up now as well. So everybody's had all their comments. So let's see if I've got any other banners or if any other business to discuss. So Liam, do you know what?
If you want,
is that you, Danester?
Yeah, if you want someone to pose naked with like an Evercade well placed for the centre Fanzine, I'll volunteer Big Game Al for it. Like, to be honest. Might need to sure.
And then we'll all take pictures and blackmail you.
Evercade XXL we need.
Right. What is the next high score challenge? I know, Al, you mentioned is that a WhatsApp group thing that you're doing your challenges on?
Yeah, I can't tell you what the next one's going to be, because how it works is everyone registers a score. The top 3 get points, and everyone outside of the top 3 registers a score for that challenge gets put into one of them wheels that spin around, and whoever it lands on, they get to pick the next game to keep it fair.
So that's cool. That's like a little community thing you guys are doing there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What games have you had so far on that?
We started off with Gallagher. That was just to see who was going to pick the first game. Then we had Pac-Man, Video Pinball, and now we're doing Boogerman.
Video Pinball must have been quite fun. That's quite a cool little game.
I've got 0 points so far, just to let you know.
That does not surprise me whatsoever. You're one of the worst gamers I've ever met.
No, that's me.
So, Liam, do you or Roger or any of the admin in the team at the moment, do we know what the Facebook non-official Evercade high score challenge is, or was, or anything like that? Does anyone know? Or
yeah, at the minute, it's, I think it's
Double Dragon 2. Yeah. At extreme though, you have to put you have to set the settings to extreme hard difficulty.
And then
And can you? Is that one got the elbow cheat in it, or is it not in that one? Double Dragon, double elbow.
The spin jump. When they do the tornado jump thing, I don't know if they do that. But now for the next one, Mappy and Super Missile Command are winning the votes at the minute.
Hmm. Oh, right, cool, awesome. So that's that one. What we got here then? So all other business then. I mean, everybody in this chat here, have you all got all the carts, or you pre-ordered all the carts, or is there any ones that you're going to pick up next? Have you got them all, or?
I've got them all. I've not pre-ordered any. I was just thinking, do you think they'll bring out any Evercade peripherals? Because I was just thinking, like, if they added something that, like, you could hook up a joystick through that USB charging port, that would make a big game change, because some of them games play much better on a joystick than they do on a D-pad for me. Especially stuff like your Gallagher's and Pac-Man. Pac-Man, I found the D-pad wasn't as responsive as I'd like it to be on Pac-Man.
Big time.
I've got a funny feeling, it's all going to be down to whether they do this home console or not. If they do the home console, they're not going to try and encourage us to use the controller, but absolutely would be fantastic if we could. But if it really does come to fruition that the home console comes out, they're going to hold back, aren't they, on anything like that, I suppose. Because they want you to buy that. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So apologies, I'm just catching up with some of these comments. I can see we have another admin from the Facebook group along here as well. I mean, Liam, do you mind? Did you want to step out for a little bit just so I can bring Martin in for a moment, or you're happy to do so? Nice one, fella. Nice one. Right. Let's bring Martin in, and then here we go.
Hey guys.
Hi,
Hello, Martin.
Hello, mate.
How's it
How
going?
you doing, Martin?
Sorry, Liam. I got you kicked out.
Because I just tried to click on the button where it says invite somebody else, and I've got to pay. I'm not paying. I barely. That's why I got the logo up there, StreamYard, and that silly little clover leaf in the background there as well. I've not changed any of that. So yeah. So how you been, Martin? I've not spoken to you for a while. What's happening in the world of Evercade for you?
Yeah, just been playing a bit of Double Dragon on the high score challenge. I tried streaming it the other night. You saw that, James, and my microphone was all over the place. So
yeah,
that's what I actually have a kind of what's supposed to be a good mic, which is this one here, right? I don't know if you can see it, right? And this is the one that's crap. And the one I'm using now is built into a little tiny webcam, and it seems to work fine. So I think I'm going to switch back to the basic setup and try and stream some stuff. Yeah, so that's all. I've just been really busy. What with work, my wife is studying as well, so it's just been hectic, and the kids are off because we're all in lockdown. So it's just getting time to do anything has been hard enough, and I'm helping with some of the Evercade stuff as well, with the dev and that. So it's full on. So. Wish I had more time, but that's the way it goes, So what did I miss? I presume Roger was on and talked about the carts and stuff, yeah?
Yes, yeah, Roger was on talking about that, and we've had Liam talking about the fanzine. All these great guys on the panel have introduced themselves, spoken about their experiences with the Evercade. That's all that, everybody can watch back that as well if they need to as well. How's your website? How's your website going?
Yeah, it's going pretty good. A huge amount of increase in traffic. I was sharing that with you guys when the magazine came out. It like quadrupled my traffic,
Wow.
So, and also, I think when we put out issue 2, we had, I think, about 150 subscribers on the list, the mailing list. And it's already gone up to 200 subscribers today.
Wow.
So 50 more subscribers. So it's really, really a big hit. I even had a guy, and I think I shared it with you guys as well, a guy from, I think it was Australia, wanting to know could he pay for a year so he could have print copies of it with a year subscription. So
awesome.
We haven't got that far yet, So
great stuff.
But I'm
but yeah. But yeah, awesome. And the Facebook group's nearly up to 1,000 likes. I mean, is that what Facebook does now? Is it likes? Because I mean, so many things now. You got YouTube that do subscribe. You got Twitch that does follow. Twitter that does follow as well. But yes, Facebook does likes.
Yeah.
See, I can't keep up with it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So what we've got here then? Let's talk about other business outside of Evercade and what people have been up to. So we'll go on to Danester. I won't put you as the full screen because you don't like to be on the full screen. Because I just want to look at the backdrop you've got there because I can see some wrestling stuff, and all I've been doing lately is playing Fire Pro Wrestling D on the Dreamcast. So
oh, you want to bet my marquees? You can put me.
Yeah.
I knew you was going to do that when my back was turned. I had these made for me by someone who I know. He's on YouTube. He's called Fob Rob. He made me this one this time last year.
Wow.
WrestleFest I see back there as well.
I'll just need to move those out of the way.
Yeah, move that Evercade stuff out of the way. Move all that out of the way.
No one's here for that.
Nah, no one wants that. Nah.
Oh.
I like those Street Fighter figures as well. They look like something from a crane machine.
Oh, I hate them. I keep meaning to do some sort of competition to give those away because I can't stand them. What these?
That WrestleFest is awesome.
They're like what you get out of grabbing machine. I've got Laim.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I've got those little Polly Pocket sort of Street Fighter things. I don't know if you remember them. They're shaped in little Super Nintendo.
The fake ones. I used to have a full set of them. The fake ones.
Yeah, I got them as well.
I presume they're not actually Polly Pockets, right?
No.
Okay, that would be good.
We come together as well.
Maybe that's an idea
No,
for a crossover car, Polly Pocket Street Fighter.
Polly Pocket Street Fighter would be awesome.
But yeah, they
Tetris
mirrors they are, and they've got the logos, obviously WrestleMania and WrestleFest printed on them by my good friend. I need to find somewhere better to put them, but I don't want to ruin my wallpaper that I've got, like a graffiti wallpaper that side of me that no one ever sees by sticking them back. So I need to read it again. What was the question again? Sorry.
So the question is, I put it on the screen. So what have you been up to outside of the Evercade community, like with your website, blog, or whatever you guys do? What have you got coming up for people to catch you on? On next.
Well, I obviously every Friday I still do my live from lockdown stream, which I started in lockdown 1. I used to 5 nights out of 7, but since lockdown 2 and 3, I've been working, so I just do them on a Friday night where I have a different guest on. We talk a couple of hours about retro gaming. This week I've got Retro Dave's Pinball Arcade, so we'll be talking pinball. Other than that, I was involved with the Game Zone Verdroom versus Feed Me Chicken Batlock, which was like, if anyone watches that and think we rehearsed it, like literally everything I do, I wing it. I do it live and we just go with what happens. So I've done a pickups video recently, and I do run a little bit of a Discord chat where anyone's welcome. It's just called Retro Gaming Chat. We talk about anything gaming, and obviously there's a little buy and sell section where people write what they want, or people will put up posts like myself of stuff them selling. So other than that, I've been pretty busy really. But I am going to slow down. I need to slow down. Oh, and I had my COVID jab today, which hasn't affected me at all, so I feel all right to come on here. So that's everything I've done.
Nice one.
Well done.
Great stuff. Cool. Yeah. I mean, also, if anything that you've got going on as well, like events and stuff like that, or forthcoming shows, I'll put all the details of that in the description as well. So every single person, like I say, their channels are in the description below. So check them out if you haven't done so already. So thank you for that, Danester.
Just a warning, if you do subscribe to me, I swear a lot more. I've just been really polite because I'm on James's channel tonight.
You've done really well.
A lot more.
Never.
Nice one. Right, Crazy Burger, what are you up to outside of the Evercade side of things community? What's coming up on your website or wherever you do your posting?
Well, obviously, general of my videos aren't always retro gaming, but I can't really do anything else. Usually, would go to a theme park or would go to a trampoline park and inflatable park and have a laugh with the kids, which is always goes down quite well. Which is really what our channel was based on. But I've been concentrating a lot on gaming, retro gaming, modern gaming. Been playing some Little Nightmares 2 on Xbox Series X. I've been playing a bit of Cyberpunk. Been all sorts of stuff really. I just play anything and everything. I've got PlayStation stuff as well. I usually sometimes do a stream. Done a Turricane 2 live stream recently when that was released on the PlayStation, and which is brilliant. It's a great little collection. But I've got some videos that I sort of recorded last weekend, but I've not compiled them yet. There's some more stuff from Indie Heroes Cart that's coming up at the end of May. There's a couple of good games that I'm going to put together. I'll also have a video coming soon that I've ranked every single Evercade cartridge, including the ones that are not out yet.
Nice.
So that will be coming up probably by the weekend, by the time I get around to editing it together. And I've got loads of ideas coming. I've got maybe another Evercade and television video about some television games that we might see. I came across a couple of really cool games that I would like to maybe put on the video and share to everyone because they're really cool. I could go on forever with the amount of ideas. I'd like to do like another few potential Evercade carts, like a Capcom arcade cart perhaps, and other ideas basically. But it just depends if I get time. I mean, right now there's nothing much else to do when you're in lockdown, so it's been a welcome change to just get stuck in, make videos, play some games. I mean, it's not going to last forever, but I'll still do retro gaming every now and again.
Nice one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I say, all your videos on the YouTube channel are pretty awesome, and people should go and check them out if you don't know already. All the details. We've
done a funny video the other day, James, as you know, that it's
called
I saw that. Avatarify. I can't even monetize it, but it's getting a lot of views. It's a new app. It's on Apple Store. It's just hilarious. And you go and have a look at it, but it's so I hope you were going to show that video, James, that we made.
Yeah, I mean, I've got it. I will link to it as well. I'll link it in the description. It's just because I can't. My setup is awful. You know, when I try and add a video on here, I don't know if you guys saw it at the start of this. It just buffered all over the shop. So
it looked really good though. Your intro was good. I thought some excellent stuff there. Yeah, it looked good. I didn't hear anything for the first part of it, but it looked good.
Oh, that's all right then. We're saying to know because I'm still learning. You know, even though I sound like I'm a pro at this, I'm not. I'm no Danester at this. I'm just winging it really. So right, cheers for that, dude. We're going to move on to a big game hour next. So what are you up to with your channel, your videos? Is there any more Music Magpie stuff coming up or roulettes coming up for your channel?
I believe there's a 1CX roulette I've got pre-recorded coming up. I've recorded quite a lot for my new series. If you saw that, the Worth It Wednesday. I played Gadget Racers the other day. Basically, it's a series where I pick out games out of my collection that cost more than £100 and see if they're worth that money or not. Which is normally no. It's mainly like pickups videos I do. I put a pickups video out every week. Got a good one coming up for you, James. You'll be interested to know. I'll give you a little spoiler here.
Yeah.
I may have got a system.
Hey, an awesome one.
So
I've got shed load of doubles if you need any games.
Oh, have you? I've only got. I bought
send me your address. I'll send them over to you. Loads of doubles.
I'll pay you for them. I don't do that.
I don't need no money. You don't take it in the grave if you do. You?
That's awesome. You got them. Help me out. But yeah.
Any fellow Dreamcast person.
I've got another series. I've put one episode out. I'm trying to record some others. It's basically games that cost under £5. It's called Pocket Money Pickups. Because obviously with hard times now, everyone can't go and buy the big expensive games. So I thought I'd try and throw a few hidden gems that cost under £5 that you can pick up. So
nice one. Yeah, sounds like some really good stuff you got coming up there. And as always, it's always nice to see the reveals of when you do your CEX things as well and your Music Magpie things. They're pretty cool as well.
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm going to put another Music Magpie order in soon, so that will be coming out probably next month now.
That's it. I mean, I look forward to your Mega Drive Mondays as well. I don't know, do you still do them or?
I've got a way of streaming now, so they may be coming back. But obviously, with doing them live, I can't do every Monday because of work. I do shift work, so
Yeah. Cool. No, really good stuff there. I mean, I'm a big fan of all your videos as well. I tend to try and tune in as much as I can. If not, I always watch every person here as well. I try and watch the videos back and share them on my channel and community. So yeah, really good stuff.
yeah, I always see you popping in everyone's like live streams and stuff. So always good to see.
Yeah, I'm like the LKG, and I of the popping into the chats. That's me. Just saying one word. Hello. Good night. See ya.
Your laptop's working a lot better than his, so it's all right.
Yeah, it's all cool. Right, Andy from UK Kraut Gaming, what have you got coming up next on your channel? I mean, because there's plenty on there.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Well, obviously, I'm in the last few days now. I'm positive. My missus is positive, and 2 of the kids in the house are positive for COVID. So I've been sick as a pig, basically, and my videos have been keeping me going. I'm feeling a little bit better today, but yeah, we've been going through the ropes. That's for flipping sure. And I'm not back at work until Sunday, and I'm really fearing I'm not going to be able to go in because I'm still, even just walking up and down the stairs is just absolutely knackering me out. But as I said in my videos, I've been saying these are keeping me going, and as much as I can do them, that's what I've been doing. So I've been doing the easiest videos I can possibly do just to keep putting content out. So I've been doing my Guess That Game series, which is really popular. I'm also, really good. Yeah, it really surprised me. I did it the first one just as a tester to see, and now we're on episode I think 28 or something of it.
And it's, some of the games you pull out is amazing. Some of the games obscure, brilliant.
Yeah, that's it. And I'll tell you what, it keeps you on your toes because you're having to think about games that hopefully not so many people will know. But of course, every time Metal Jesus Rocks puts a freaking video out, it takes 50% of them away. So as much as I love his channel. I've also just finished making my part 2 to the Teardown Wonder Swan, where I fixed the buttons. Originally, in part 1, obviously, it's a quick fix with just a bit of tin foil, to be quite honest, behind your buttons. And now I've got the carbon paste from China to actually strip it down properly, show everybody how. Because you can do this with any controller. You can do anything that's got bloody buttons on it and has carbon on the back. You can buy this carbon fibre and then paste, and I'll show people how to do it and put it on. Because obviously, like so many of us, I do have a business of buying and selling as well. And I've been repairing them for donkey's years, So it's nice to do a series where I'm going to start tearing things down, fixing it, cleaning it, showing you what to do. So that as well. Also, I've started now a little sideline where I'm going to do movies. I've been watching The Ink Northerner. I'm so impressed with his channel and how he does it. And it's basically just movies that left a reflection on me. My favourite movies of all time. Obviously, I've only done one episode up to now, which was one of the Lemon Popsicle films from back in the 80s. So yeah, that's going to be really, really fun because it's something slightly different. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment, just trying to get back into the flow of things. Now I'm starting to feel better, really. But now the kids have all got it.
No good. It was nice to see your recent video as well, showing everybody what you see. What you're looking at when you're looking at us, sort of thing.
That's right.
It's pretty cool to see that.
Yeah, so, and the madness of this tiny room full of stuff.
And that's it. And I spotted Theme Park as well. So yeah, that's an awesome game.
Yeah, I think I've got that on just about every flipping system. That was the 3DO version that you can see in the back. But as I say, I've got it now because I love that bloody game to death. I really do.
Awesome. An awesome game and awesome channel. And as always, it's a pleasure to have you here, Andy, and being the resident special guest.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Nice one, fella. Right, Martin. What have you got coming up outside of the Evercade side of things? I mean, what are you going to be up to?
I think I have a few projects on the go. I just finished this. This was my €15 links that I picked up, and it now is back to life. I had to recap the whole thing, and there's actually a Ben Venn screen in it, so there's a new LCD in it. It's still missing a battery cover. That's just a project I've finished. I also have an iCade. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They were like an arcade that you could put an iPad in. So I'm actually I have a zero delay USB encoder, and I'm going to wire it up and put either a Raspberry Pi or something into it, an 8-inch screen. And that'll be like a mini arcade cab. So that's
going to be awesome.
Another project on the go. Just got this about 2 weeks ago. We got the new 8-bit do or 8-bit do, whichever you call it, arcade stick. It's excellent, bloody heavy as well. So I've been using that to play Xbox Live stuff, some games on my PC. So what have I been playing? I've been playing The Messenger and also the new one by what's the one by Shovel Knight Yacht Club Games. What's it called? Cyber Shadow, is it?
Mm.
So
that's really good. Yeah,
it's really good. It's a kind of it's difficult, but it's really good fun. So I've been playing that. So just kind of a lot of projects going on and stuff like that. I'm busy at work as well. That's ramping up as well because I'm a software developer as well. So that hasn't let off at all during COVID. I've actually moved to a new group and started leading a new team and stuff. So it's just all hands on deck, I suppose. But lots of kind of things to keep going, if you know what I mean. And of course the magazine and all the Evercade stuff. And I don't know, I've said this to you before, but I help out the Evercade devs as well. So I do some of their back end stuff, and I did their Discord bot and stuff like that for them. So yeah, lots going on. So I kind of have to watch what I say because because of I know some of the carts coming out. I have to sometimes think, has that come out yet, or have I just said something? You know, so it's. But no,
awesome.
It's good. Yeah. So lots of stuff on the go, if you know what I mean.
Totally understand. Great stuff, and always lovely to have you on board as well. And it's nice. We've had like 3 admins from the Facebook group on tonight: Roger, Liam, and yourself, Martin. So thank you very much for stopping by. I know it's late, and yeah, I do appreciate it. So let me tell you what I've got going on, and then I'll probably end it there after that. So because it's getting a bit late now. So what have I got going on? I've been playing Fire Pro Wrestling D on the Sega Dreamcast, and I've got plenty of videos coming up for that. If you don't know what it is, I've got the English translation version of the game. So basically all the wrestlers and the menus are all in English. So it just makes it a little bit easier to do. The game was released in Japan only. So I'm just kind of reenacting all matches. So like Legion of Doom, Road Warriors, stuff like that versus whoever they face. So I just go on YouTube and just type in Road Warriors or Legion of Doom and type versus. So whoever they faced, I'll just do a match of it. But yeah, Evercade wise, I've got a couple of videos in the pipeline coming up. I've got the my top 5 games for the Atari Lynx collections 1 and 2. They're coming up. They're still being edited at the moment, and got a couple of Dreamcast videos and stuff like that as well. And I've just bought myself, which I was hoping was going to be here. I've just bought a GameCube modem, so not the broadband adapter. I bought a modem because you can use the Sega Dreamcast Dream Pi on the GameCube, so you can get your Nintendo GameCube online and play games like Phantasy Star, Mario Kart, Kirby's Dream Land, and 1080 snowboarding all online. So yeah, so that is pretty awesome because I play my Dreamcast online pretty much every day. I don't even turn my Xbox on anymore, my Xbox One, because it just has, you know, gigs upon gigs of updates, which I just can't be asked doing. So I just turn it off. But yeah, that's what's coming up on my channel. And we've got another one of these Evercade live sessions in March, the 18th of March. So it'd be lovely to have everybody in the chat or on board or whatever. We've got a great panel lined up again, like this panel here. Everyone has been awesome and very pleasant and polite. So has the people in the comments as well. You know, regardless of positive and negative comments, it's always nice to have people chatting because it's a discussion at the end of the day. But no, if there's no other business from anybody else or any other announcements, I would just like to thank everyone from the panel and in the chat and everything for being here. It's been a real pleasure trying to get all you guys on board because you're all so good YouTubers and people in community retro gaming or Evercade. It's nice to have you all here. So yeah, I've enjoyed it. Have you guys had fun? Yeah.
Yeah. That's brilliant.
Thanks for having us on,
Yes.
guys.
Thanks, James.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, thanks again, James.
Yeah, cheers,
Yeah.
James.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Nice to
thanks,
meet you all,
James.
guys.
Great stuff.
Yeah, nice to meet
Thanks.
you all, guys. Yeah, brilliant.
But like I say, every person's channels or websites, everything is in the description below. If you haven't done so already, please go and check them out, support them, like, follow, subscribe, all that great stuff. Hit the notification bell just so whenever they do a video, a live stream or anything, you'll be notified by it, because that just helps the algorithm, whatever, on YouTube. So just so it just keeps you up to date, you know, just so it keeps you all aware of what you guys are doing. It just seems as well that the people in the chat as well, they tend to be there for all the live streams, so everyone does. So, you know, it's great to build the rapport up with the community. And if there is anybody new here, and yeah, every single person that's commented, you know, it does mean a lot to us, and we all appreciate any support that we can have. So yeah, I'd hopefully see you again soon, guys. So thanks for being here, and I'll bid you guys farewell, if that's all good.
Thank you. Thanks, James.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
See you later.
Cheers.
Bye.
See you later,
Take care,
guys.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye, 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 bye.
Right.
See you later, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
See ya. See you later, everyone. Hey, there's me. I'm on my own. Right. Thank you, everybody. And yeah, cheers. If I missed any of the comments out, if I've missed anybody's questions, I will go back and try and answer them. If you want to put them in the comments below, by all means do so. It's been a real pleasure with you all guys being here. And yeah, hope you all stay safe. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you again in March. So the 18th of March, it's on a Thursday as well at 8 p.m. And yeah, we'll see you again soon. All the best. Bye-bye.